Okay, so Lorena Wiebes just dominated the second stage of the women's Tour de France Femmes, right? But here's what immediately caught my eye. Her margin of victory wasn't just a photo finish, it was a 14-second lead over her closest rival. Wait, in cycling, 14 seconds is like a chasm at this elite level. That's not a win, that's a statement. And if you're new to women's cycling, you might think, oh, another sprint stage win, but let me break down why this is way more interesting than just crossing the line first. First off, Wiebes isn't just winning sprints, she's rewriting the playbook on what dominance looks like in modern women's cycling. Let's unpack this. She's now got 7 career Tour de France Femmes stage wins, and 2 of them came in the first 2 stages of this year's race. But what's fascinating is how she's doing it. The woman doesn't just rely on raw speed, she's calculated. She waited until 250 meters to go to make her move in stage 2, which sounds aggressive, but in sprint terms, that's like a chess grandmaster sacrificing a pawn to take the queen. She's forcing competitors to react to her timing, not theirs. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This isn't just about Wiebes. Look at the standings. Demi Vollering, the 2023 champion, is already 16 seconds back. That's a red flag for anyone thinking she'll defend her title. But here's the twist, I think this plays perfectly into Vollering's hands. Why? Because chasing time in the mountains is where the real race happens. The flat stages are Wiebes' kingdom, but once they hit the hills, Vollering's climbing prowess could flip the script. It's like watching a tennis player dominate on clay, but struggle on grass, same sport, totally different game. And can we address the elephant in the room? The men's Tour de France just wrapped up with Tadej Pogacar's 5th win, and yes, the spotlight always leans toward the men's races. But this women's tour is quietly becoming a cultural moment. It's the 5th edition, covering 1,175 kilometers, more than half the men's distance, sure, but growing. And Wiebes' dominance. It's a gateway drug for casual fans. When someone wins like this, it creates narratives. People love rooting for a champion, and her aggressive, almost cocky, racing style. That's must-see TV. But wait, let's zoom out. Amanda Spratt, the top Australian rider, is in 68th place, over 3 minutes back. That's brutal. But here's what this gap reveals. Women's cycling isn't just about individual talent, it's about team support. Worx-Protime is clearly building a fortress around Wiebes, while others are left scrambling. It's a reminder that in cycling, even the strongest legs can't win without a squad to shield you from the wind and set the pace. So is this a failure of individual strategy, or a systemic resource gap? That's the deeper question no one's asking. So here's my hot take. Lorena Wiebes isn't just winning stages, she's reshaping how we define greatness in women's cycling. Her 14-second lead isn't just a number, it's a challenge to the rest of the peloton. And as we head into Monday's hilly stage, I'm not watching the clock, I'm watching how teams react to her psychological edge. Because in cycling, the mind games start long before the final climb. What's your take? Is Wiebes untouchable, or is this tour just getting started? Let's talk in the comments.